Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Thinking Crypto channel where we cover the crypto news and we interview many of the folks who are building and investing in the crypto asset class. Please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Guys, Bitcoin, once again, back over $13,000. We saw a slight pullback just over the past 24 hours, but we will continue to test this price point. Remember that, and we'll build new support levels and work our way back up to 14,000, and then of course towards 15, which is a key psychological barrier that we need to break through before we head back to $20,000. So the market's still looking very bullish. An interesting activity took place today. The biggest Bitcoin transaction in history was sent, and it was 88,857 Bitcoin worth $1.15 billion. And the fee to move that Bitcoin was $3.54. So really significant amount of Bitcoin being moved. And of course, you can view that on the blockchain. And here you can see on my screen on blockchain.com, that transaction here listed, the crazy amount of Bitcoin being moved, which is interesting. It could be an exchange, one of the biggest or largest whales ever, but we'll have to wait and see if folks can dig into this and see what's going on. But nevertheless, massive amount of Bitcoin being moved, and look at that ridiculously low fee. Now, something else that's interesting in conjunction with this, number of Bitcoin whale addresses at the highest since autumn of 2016. This is significant. It's bullish. I know some folks may look at it as like, oh, these guys are getting ready to maybe dump on us. Not necessarily, because we are in a bull market. They may cash out along the way up. Sure, you may have one or two may want to short the market or try to, but I don't know, man. The bullish momentum is here. And you follow the macro level trend and patterns. It's not looking like you can short anything, maybe in the short term, but we'll have to wait and see. But also keep in mind, in the fall or autumn of 2016, that was when a lot of the bullish momentum was starting before we headed into 2017. And of course, 2017, we know what happened, right? When you look at the data and the charts, we were slowly working our way up to the higher prices. Then we had that parabolic run in September 2017, where Bitcoin started running up into October, and then November, then December, we hit that all-time high of 20,000. I believe a similar pattern will take place next year. I think there's a high probability of that pattern repeating. Is it certainty? No. But if you look at the data and trends, it certainly looks that way. So as of Sunday, the population of whale entities, clusters of addresses held by a single network participant holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin, was 1,939, the highest since September 2016, according to data from Glassnode. And interesting that this is happening. And the whale entities metric is increased by 2.2% last week, possibly adding to bullish pressures around Bitcoin's price. So a lot of bullish momentum since the PayPal news. And like I said, I don't necessarily think these guys are trying to short the market or whatever, or try to dump on it, but they will be taking profits on the way up, just like you and I. So keep that in mind. And they're probably getting their different addresses together, right? Maybe if you're a whale and you have a few thousand Bitcoin, you split it up into 3 different addresses, you sell at 50,000, then you sell at 100,000. I don't know, right? It's like we don't know, but we can only guesstimate or make a guess here. So let's see what happens, guys. Now, Bitcoin, of course, has been outperforming all other asset classes, despite the naysayers, the skeptics, the haters. Whether you love or hate Bitcoin, you can't ignore the facts. And Anthony Pompliano really summarized it well today. Many of the talking heads were screaming about Bitcoin being a horrible safe haven during the recent economic crisis. They have been proven wrong. And first up is the pandemic led to uncertainty and chaos across markets in March and April. During shocks like this, we historically have seen liquidity crises play out. Everyone starts selling any asset with a liquid market. And, some people are like, oh, why is Bitcoin down? Blah, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah, guess what? In a crisis, any asset class is at risk of being sold off because people are trying to get as much out of the market as they can, as much profit, right? So Anthony continues. He stated here, we are now 7 months since the start of the economic shock. Bitcoin is up 83% year to date and up more than 300% since the March lows. And I bought the dip in the March lows, guys. So my portfolio looks, as far as what I bought at that time, looks pretty good right now. It has outperformed all other asset classes by a material amount. The best part that every talking head was yelling about how Bitcoin's correlation to other assets in March/April proved it wasn't a safe haven asset. During liquidity crisis, all asset correlations trend towards one. This was a temporary thing and happened to gold stocks, etc. Today, Bitcoin's correlation to the stock market is zero. It could not be more uncorrelated than it has right now. And so the S&P has dropped down. The stock market, of course, looked in the red today, right? But Bitcoin is up. It's back over 13,000. So he continued. So how did Bitcoin do during an economic downturn? It outperformed stocks, bonds, gold, oil, and pretty much everything else. It also has a low to no correlation over any material amount of time. Bitcoin is the ultimate safe haven, and the market is proving it. Finally, he says, be careful who you listen to. Always ask yourself, does this person have skin in the game around what they are saying? Will they lose something and experience pain if they are wrong? If the answer is no, then ignore them. If the answer is yes, pay close attention. So I'm certainly a big believer, and I believe in looking at the data, the facts, not necessarily opinions. Yes, you can hear someone's opinion. That doesn't make it right. So I think I tweeted about it the other day. Follow the money. Follow the money. Forget about what random people are tweeting and leaving comments on YouTube videos like this video, right? Even what I say to you guys, go look it up. Look at the data. Don't take it verbatim. Just go look at the data and trends and learn it for yourself so you understand what's happening. So for me, I've done my research. I've done everything I need to and studied the data. So no one has to convince me otherwise. Now, if they bring something that is factual, that may put my investment at risk, I will listen to it. But at the same time, you got to disprove all the different facts and data and the trends that I've already researched and looked up on, right? So I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I have it in my portfolio, and we're seeing the infrastructure being built for people to buy, sell, trade Bitcoin across the world, guys. And PayPal got in, and LibertyX announced today that you can now sell Bitcoin for cash at your local ATM. And they did a press release on this. So LibertyX, of course, putting Bitcoins, about 5,000 Bitcoins across 20,000 chain store locations around the US. And that includes like 7-Eleven and Rite Aid and CVS and all that, right? And heads up, I will be interviewing the CEO and co-founder of LibertyX. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section, and I will certainly ask him and make sure I cover up on all the items you guys want to talk about. So we're definitely going to talk about, how they got their relationships, what's the expansion, how many other stores. So this is pretty big when you think about it, right? In these common retail locations that people go into all the time, your pharmacies and to get food and whatever it is. So very bullish. Now, so an update here from the IRS. Taxpayers needn't disclose merely holding crypto, IRS draft 2020 guidance. That's great. You don't have to tell them if you're holding crypto, only if you did, trades, right? Only if you made some profit. So as reported in September, the Internal Revenue Service revealed it would reposition a question on the 1040 form for the 2020 that will require returnees to indicate if they had acquired any financial interest in any virtual currency over the tax year. It was recently published in its recently published set of draft instructions. The IRS now explains that taxpayers would need to answer in the affirmative if they sold any cryptocurrency, exchanged cryptocurrency for goods or services, or exchanged cryptocurrency for property, including other crypto assets. So obviously, be ready, guys. I'm gonna have to do this because I made money off of crypto, right? I bought, sold, trade crypto. So I gotta work through that with my accountant and definitely be prepared for that. So Silvergate Bank sees 40% increase in deposits from digital currency customers. This is a great sign, a bullish sign, more money being put into the market, whether it be investing in the tokens or the companies that are within the market, right? And Grayscale, we know it's kind of the leader in seeing a lot of money coming in. So Silvergate Bank added $586 million in new deposits from firms and individuals in the cryptocurrency industry in the third quarter of 2020, according to an earnings report released before the market opened Monday. The cost of these deposits dropped from 0.37% down to 0.01%, and the bank's fee income for digital currency customers increased by nearly 40% to $3.3 million, with more than 68,000 transactions on the Silvergate Exchange Network, a fiat on-ramp for Bitcoin markets. The bank added 47 new digital currency clients, bringing its total customer base from the industry up to 928. So they continue saying here, the majority of the new customers, 33, Silvergate reported, were who? Institutional investors. The bank also saw a $13 million increase in its Bitcoin-backed fiat loans called SEN leverage, up to $35.5 million in the third quarter. So this is bullish, guys. This is what you want to see, right? And all these institutional players getting in, buying up as much as they can, and watch the FOMO increase, guys, and sit back and watch them do the marketing and all that good stuff and start selling it to their clients. And you and I, who are here early, we have the potential here to make significant returns. Finally, guys, on the CBDC note, so here you have the Bank of International Settlements. So Benoit Couillard, if I'm saying that right, reveals BIS plan for CBDC trial starting in 2020. So things are moving ahead here. How things have changed since spring of 2019 when Agustin Carstens, general manager of the Bank of International Settlements, was issuing his latest warning over the need for caution when considering CBDCs. Well, now, of course, they've done their 180. So every bank, every government, everybody's on board for digital currencies and CBDCs, and crypto is a big part of that ecosystem and the digitization of money. So sit back, be patient, watch the market go up. But like I said, the key word there is patient. Market cycles, let the market do its thing. And it's very exciting to see all of these different things that are happening now. And 99% of the world, they're not really paying attention. But we are the lucky ones, guys. So leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.